Longtime DEA task force member pleads guilty to reduced charges, agrees to help DOJ. By Jim Mustian and Famon A. Roberts 3 James Mustian at theadvocate.com F. Roberts at theadvocate.com July 20, 2017, 2:40 p.m. A veteran lawman assigned to a New Orleans-based federal drug task force pleaded guilty Thursday to pocketing thousands of dollars seized during drug raids, admitting to significantly reduced charges in a clear indication that he is cooperating with a secretive U.S. Justice Department probe into law enforcement misconduct. Karl E. Newman, a longtime former Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office deputy, was a federally deputized member of a U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration task force that has been accused of shaking down informants and stealing and distributing drugs seized during federal narcotics investigations. Newman for years worked alongside Chad Scott, a longtime DEA agent who was suspended and stripped of his security clearance last year. Scott has not been charged. A grand jury indicted Newman last year on a host of federal counts, including robbery, falsifying DEA records, obstruction of justice and conspiring to distribute cocaine and oxycodone. But the Justice Department this week dropped 7 of the 9 counts against him, apparently a reflection of his cooperation with the FBI after months of refusing to assist in the investigation. Still, Newman, who has been in custody for more than a year, faces a minimum 5-year sentence for a firearms charge he pleaded guilty to Thursday, and up to 5 years more on a separate conspiracy charge related to his theft of drug proceeds that were confiscated during federal investigations. During the brief hearing Thursday, Newman, clad in an orange jumpsuit and with his hands and feet shackled, shuffled in place and bowed his head as U.S. District Judge Eldon Fallon asked him to confirm his intentions to plead guilty. Offering a quiet yes, sir or no, sir to Fallon's questions, Newman asserted that he understood that his plea would mean he would spend at least 5 years in prison, and potentially the rest of his life. Newman is the second member of the DEA task force to agree to cooperate with the federal government. Last year, Johnny Domingue, another former Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office deputy, admitted to drug conspiracy charges in state court and has participated in hours of interviews with federal investigators. Domingue has told the authorities that misconduct on Scott's task force was a practice that was already in place when Domingue came on board, and he inserted himself sort of in that circle, a federal agent testified last year. Thursday's proceedings offered a rare glimpse into a case that over the past year and a half has unfolded almost entirely behind closed doors and in sealed court filings. Newman's initial court appearance last year in St. Tammany Parish was conducted in secrecy, over the objection of a reporter with The Advocate, and a similar proceeding in federal court months later was also closed to the public. The Justice Department has insisted that few details of the investigation be made public as it deals with a barrage of court challenges involving cases that were worked by the DEA task force. Along with Newman's plea agreement, the government filed a 5-page document that Fallon allowed to be filed under seal. After the hearing, prosecutors declined to comment. Newman's February 2016 arrest ended a decorated, 2-decade career in law enforcement, the majority of which he spent as a DEA task force agent. He joined the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office on Daniel Edwards' first day as sheriff July 1, 2004, but had previously worked with the DEA while serving as an officer with the Hammond Police Department, which he joined in 1993. Newman earned consistently high marks from his supervisors at the sheriff's office, one of whom wrote in a 2014 evaluation that he requires little or no direct supervision. The charges to which Newman pleaded guilty on Thursday stemmed from an August 2015 raid that Newman and Domingue carried out at a residence in Hammond belonging to a woman named Rose Graham. At least one other deputy was present, but his or her name has been redacted from related court filings. Court papers filed Thursday note that Domingue and Newman did not assemble a search team or prepare a formal operations plan to search Graham's home. Instead, the two instructed a junior deputy without extensive training or experience to wait with Graham and another person while Newman and Domingue searched. Domingue wrote a report on the search that claimed law enforcement had seized 20 oxycodone pills and $3,025. In fact, there were between 70 and 80 pills, and an additional $3,000 in cash that Newman and Domingue split, the records say. Federal authorities accused Newman of telling Graham that she needed to work off her drug debt and go to work for him. Douglas Bruce, an investigator with the Justice Department's Office of Inspector General, told a judge last year. The woman began dealing marijuana and cocaine on Newman's behalf, transactions that weren't part of any law enforcement operations. The arrangement began to unravel when Graham unwittingly sold drugs to an undercover state police detective, according to court records. Newman also had been accused of stealing narcotics from DEA evidence lockers, and, in December 2015, of falsifying paperwork within the DEA to transfer some cocaine from an old case. Those narcotics were later found at Domingue's residence after the state police executed a search warrant there. They were still packaged in DEA evidence labels inside a FedEx box. But those drug dealing charges were not included in the superseding bill of information that federal authorities filed Wednesday. The second count, to which Newman pleaded guilty, involved an October 2015 raid of an apartment in Baton Rouge, an investigation that involved Newman, Domingue, and other DEA agents. According to Bruce, the Justice Department investigator, the agents found cash and methamphetamine in the residence, and Newman authored a report saying $4,300 had been recovered. But Domingue told investigators there actually had been between $10,000 and $12,000 in the apartment. Newman admitted Thursday to pocketing $1,500 of the money from that search. The Justice Department's investigation of Newman also focused at times on other allegations that did not result in federal charges. Authorities said Newman once assaulted a woman following a sexual encounter, and they also investigated a claim that he spiked drinks with ecstasy at a social function in New Orleans. The 18-month investigation has largely remained secret, with local federal prosecutors recused from the case and assistant U.S. attorneys from Texas and California brought in to handle the investigation and related court cases. Those prosecutors have worked hard to keep court documents under seal or, where possible, offered them for judges to review in their chambers. How far the repercussions will travel remains a mystery. But at times, at least 2 other DEA special agents were on limited duty due to the probe, and Keith Brown, the former special agent in charge of the DEA's New Orleans Field Division, was escorted from the building and sent to Washington soon after Domingue was arrested. Then, in December, scores of FBI agents descended on the Hammond Police Department as well as Sheriff Edwards' Hammond office in a nearly 24-hour raid in which they confiscated files and electronics. The raid forced the closure of some other government offices that shared buildings with the agencies and created a storm of social media and press commentary. In a news conference the following day, Edwards said his office would cooperate with the investigation. Federal authorities were close-mouthed about the raid, though Jeffrey Salat, the special agent in charge of the FBI's New Orleans office, said that the FBI was partnering with the DEA Office of Professional Responsibility and the Department of Justice Office of the Inspector General in executing the warrants. Court documents show those same agencies are leading the investigation into the task force. Follow Jim Mustian on Twitter, @JimMustian.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. you know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America, you know. But at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, it's, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not, they're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now. Where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran on, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran on no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month if you can. I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.